Welcome to Spoken Library, where we decode the political architectures of power and oppression. Today, we enter the suffocating reality of 1984, George Orwell's definitive exploration of totalitarianism and the extinction of individuality. Set in the superstate of Oceania, the world is divided into three perpetually warring zones. Oceania is ruled by the Party, headed by the omnipresent yet likely non-existent figure of Big Brother. The atmosphere is defined by paranoia, surveillance, and a chilling sense of dread. Unlike the seductive control of Huxley's world state, Orwell's world is a boot stamping on a human face forever. The Party's aim is not happiness, but absolute power, maintained through the constant manipulation of history, language, and thought. Our summary will focus on three terrifying instruments of this regime: the architecture of thought control, the anatomy of rebellion, and the final submission of the soul. Let us begin by dissecting the omnipresent machinery of surveillance. The Party maintains control not just through physical force, but by systematically undermining the individual's ability to trust their own mind. 1. The telescreen and Big Brother. The citizens of Oceania live under the constant scrutiny of the telescreen, a two-way device that acts as both a television and a constant monitor which cannot be turned off. There is no true privacy, fostering an atmosphere where citizens police themselves, terrified of being reported for thought crime by the thought police. The face of the regime is Big Brother, a heroic figure whose eyes watch every poster and whose omnipresence symbolizes the absolute authority of the Party. This symbol serves as a mandatory focal point for love, fear, and reverence. 2. Doublethink and newspeak. Doublethink. This is the most frightening psychological mechanism. It is the power to hold two contradictory beliefs in one's mind simultaneously, accepting both of them. It is consciously lying while genuinely believing the lie, and then forgetting that you ever committed the act of lying. The Party forces its adherents to accept that war is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength. Newspeak. This is the Party's engineered language, designed to narrow the range of thought. By eliminating words like freedom and dissent, newspeak makes it literally impossible to formulate heretical thoughts. The goal is to make thought crime linguistically impossible. The takeaway. The Party recognizes that if you control the past, you control the future. If you control the present, you control the past. Their true power is not controlling actions, but controlling reality itself. Winston Smith works at the Ministry of Truth, where he systematically rewrites historical records and news articles to align with the Party's current political narrative. He's a memory hole specialist, but he secretly recognizes the lies and attempts a desperate, lonely rebellion. Winston's rebellion is intensely private and personal. He begins a diary, a rebellious act, because he is recording his own unapproved thoughts. He seeks out a connection with a woman named Julia, believing their illicit, spontaneous sex is a political act and a blow against the Party's control over human emotion and loyalty. He tries to find the Brotherhood, the mythical resistance movement led by Emmanuel Goldstein, desperately clinging to the hope of organized opposition. The Party has destroyed the family unit, turning children into zealous informants called spies, who readily betray their parents. Winston and Julia's private life is a necessary attempt to reclaim the natural, unpoliticized space the Party has eliminated. The prolets, the untapped hope. Winston believes that if there is hope, it lies in the prolets. The proletariat, the vast, uneducated, lower-class majority, are deemed harmless by the Party and are largely left to their own devices, distracted by cheap entertainment and lotteries. They live in relative freedom compared to party members, but lack the critical consciousness to realize their own power. Winston sees them as the last reservoir of genuine human emotion and loyalty, the only ones capable of overthrowing the regime. The takeaway is that Winston's journey is the search for an objective, verifiable truth, the knowledge that 2 + 2 = 4, regardless of what the party dictates. The rebellion is revealed to be a cruel, engineered trap. Winston is captured and taken to the Ministry of Love, the place where all enemies of the party are finally cured. Winston's interrogator is O'Brien, a high-ranking inner-party member whom he had mistakenly believed was a fellow conspirator in the Brotherhood. O'Brien reveals the true, horrifying motive of the party. They seek power purely for the sake of power. O'Brien does not want confession, he wants conversion. He tortures Winston not to make him betray his body, but to make him betray his mind. The goal is to make Winston love Big Brother and believe that 2 + 2 can in fact equal 5 if the party wills it. Room 101, Betrayal of Self. The final stage of breaking Winston occurs in Room 101, where prisoners are confronted with their worst fear. For Winston, this is rots. Faced with the cage of ravenous rots about to devour his face, Winston breaks completely and screams the ultimate betrayal. "Do it to Julia, not me." At this moment, Winston surrenders the last vestige of his humanity, his loyalty and love for another person. He is no longer capable of complex, unapproved thought. He has been converted. 1984 is a devastating warning about the fragility of objective truth and the power of total psychological control. Winston Smith's ultimate defeat proves that freedom is meaningless if the ability to think freely, speak clearly, and love genuinely is destroyed. The novel is not a question of if the party will win, but how absolute their victory will be. Here is your immediate actionable step from Spoken Library today. Guard the truth of 2 + 2. In your own life, practice the truth test. When confronted with narratives in politics, media, or your organization that seem contradictory, confusing, or absurd, mentally repeat 2 + 2 = 4. Stand firm on objective reality, even in the face of immense pressure to conform. That conscious defense of reality is the first line against newspeak. Thank you for tuning in to Spoken Library. If this summary inspired you to guard the truth, please hit that subscribe button and share this episode. Until next time, resist.